in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Evolve You app. So if you want to hear my thoughts on it, if I think it's worth it, should you get it, all that kind of stuff, then keep on watching. So this is my app at the minute and I am doing the Redefined program. Sparked a little bit of joy. Time is an issue, that's quite a long time. That would just add a little bit of variety. My upper body is on fire. Look at my shoulders. And it's not always that easy to find. They don't have that facility yet. Hello, for anyone who is new around here, my name's Grace and today, as I said, I'm going to be reviewing the Evolve You app. I'm going to be reviewing this app as I'd say advanced gym goer. I've been going to the gym for well over a decade now. I'm pretty clued up on weight training. I'm not a beginner by any stretch of the imagination, but I was just feeling as though I wanted a program to follow without having to get a personal trainer. And the Evolve You app was something that I was completely unaware of, even though I've been on the gym scene for a long time. I've been weight training since about 2016, so nearly a decade of just weight training. I'm gonna come out and say it, don't shoot me, but as of a few months ago, I wasn't even sure who Chrissy Chella was, and now she's all I follow on Instagram, and Honor Active is my new favourite gym wear line, but that's for another video. It's all about the Evolve You app, which is again her app. So as I said, I just wanted an app to follow. There was a discount. I think I got 25% off it. That's when I signed up for the whole year. This is my app at the minute and I am doing the Redefined program. I am 8 weeks into using the app now, so I think that's quite a good amount of time to give you this review. So with all that sort of background information for you to kind of digest, I'm going to get into some pros, cons about the Evolve You app. First things first, which I think is a really positive thing about the Evolve You app, is that there are plenty of programs to choose from. So if you're not an advanced gym goer like myself, there's loads of things that you can follow along. There's loads of different programs. Even if you're not a gym user, there are home workouts that you can pick from. There's a big variety in the app that I can see. Obviously, I've only been using the Redefined program for the last 8 weeks. Haven't tried anything else yet, but I'm really enjoying that. I'll go on to that later. But if you are a beginner, there are lots of options for you. You don't have to pick that program. There's definitely something for everyone in the app. And following that, the way that the app works, so I'm going to speak to you as if you've got no idea how these apps work, because to be honest, even I didn't, even as quite a knowledgeable gym goer. I was thinking, is this going to be an app where I go into it and I'm following a video? But it's not like that at all. So basically it works you through your workout as you go along and it will show you all of the exercises that you are going to be doing. So this is kind of like your overview of the workout. You go along with it, following a video, but it is a video demonstration of each exercise. So if you aren't an advanced gym goer and been going for a long time, it's really good because you have got a visual on your form the whole time because you can watch the demonstration. Also, if you tap on the image, it will give you proper instructions of how to perform the exercise, which is really good too. And it also tells you what primary muscles you're using and the secondary muscles. So I think that's really helpful as well. So it will tell you how many reps to do and you kind of guides you through like that, which I will go on to in a minute, but I just wanted to explain that it's not like a YouTube video that you're following, because I was wondering how it was going to work once I got the app. It's literally like a program, if that makes sense. Another thing that I really like about the app is that over each week it gives you your workouts that you are going to be doing. You have got the flexibility of changing them around in your planner, so it will automatically put the workouts in for you. But if that doesn't actually work for your kind of schedule, I'm a busy mum, I work and stuff like that, so sometimes I needed to move them around. You have got the flexibility to do that, which I think is really good. It's not like, oh, you've got to do this workout today. You can drag your workouts around, mix them up a little bit. If you think you're going to need an extra rest day or anything like that, or if you just can't do that workout on that day, you can move that around, which I think is quite good that it's flexible and you haven't got to be really rigid to it. And following that point, you are also able to add other workouts to your week. So even though I'm on the Redefined program, if I wanted to add another workout in, there is like a little plus sign on other days that you can bring in other sort of sessions. So you could do an abs, you could do a stretch. So you can add things and you can even do it to the day that you're programmed. So I could do, some days I've done my Redefined program, then I've done an ab session, afterwards in the same day, so you can add things in as well. So it really does tailor the program to your own specific needs, or if you, whatever you want to do, which is really, really good. What else that I really like about the app is when you go into it and just before you start the workout, it also breaks down exactly what you're going to need. If you need resistance band, it will tell you what you're going to need in this workout before you start, and it also tells you kind of like the benches that you need, the machines, and so you've got an idea before you start what you're going to need equipment wise, which I think is quite handy, because if you say it didn't do that and you'd gone down to the gym floor and then you see an exercise that requires a resistance band and then you've got to go and get your resistance band from your locker, that kind of thing, it just prepares you for the workout ahead. Plus, it's also going to give you a bit of a rough idea of where you're going to be going in the gym. Say you're going to use the leg press and the squats, you are aware of what you're going to be using. Speaking of equipment that you're going to be using, right, so something that I also thought about is busy gyms. Lots of us go to really busy gyms, especially if you have to work out in the evening, like I always used to. I was thinking, okay, so what if I can't get on a specific machine at the point of the program? So another thing that is quite useful is that you are able, say your next exercise is deadlifts with a bar. Picture the scene, it's a really busy gym, all the bars are being used, and this is telling you you need to use a barbell for your workout. You've got two options here. There are loads of alternative exercises. You can press a button, say you get to do your deadlifts on the barbell. So you've got two options. You can skip that exercise and you can go ahead to one of the other ones, and say you wanted to really do that exercise and you want to come back to it. You can go on to the next move or another move, whatever suits. You know, if it's a really busy gym and you're thinking I can't even get to a cable, you can pick something else in the workout. Or the other option it gives you is you can do an alternate move. So you could search for, or it might suggest, but if it doesn't, you can also search for, say, dumbbell deadlift. But it would probably, if you can't get to that and you want to still do that exercise at that point in the workout, you could do a dumbbell deadlift, and it will either suggest that to you or you can search it. And I think that's a really good function of the app, because obviously a lot of us are going to be using busy gyms. We haven't got the luxury of our home gym. An example of what I mean. So today I've got barbell squats. Say all the squat racks are being used this is the first exercise in my workout, which I do probably want to do squats first because they're a big compound move. So you've got this button down here, and it gives you lots of recommended alternatives. So it's got dumbbell back squat, dumbbell front rack squat, goblet squat, leg press. So it's giving you lots of different options for that move. But say even as a bit like, because I'm an advanced gym goer, I will kind of have an idea of what I want to do as my alternative. Say the hack squat machine is free, I'd probably just like swap it in with that. So that's a really good function of the app, is that if you've got a really busy gym, you're not restricted. It's not like you've got to stand around and wait for that barbell to be free. You may have noticed in the gym clips that I am wearing my headphones, so I thought I would point out. And another thing that I like about the app is that you are able to continue listening to your music when you work out. Again, this was something that I didn't know if you could do, but you can just have your headphones in, play your music. There's a setting on the app to turn off all the audio noises. But if you want audio, you can have that, obviously. But I thought I would point out, if you just want to listen to your tunes while you're working out, you are free to do that too, which is really good, in my opinion. Another thing that I thought would be worth a mention as a positive aspect of the app is that you are able to download it for offline use. I must say I haven't used this feature, so I don't know how reliable that is. And that does come with some drawbacks, because I don't think that you can record your data as you're going along with it. But say you needed to go to the gym, do your workout, and your data had run out, you're able to actually still do it. I believe you do there's an option to download for offline use. As I say, I don't know how good that is, and you will then lose the statistics for the workout, but at least you know you've done it and you are still able to kind of follow it through, which I think is obviously a good part of the app. I'm not sure how reliable that is or how good it is, but if your data's low and you haven't got Wi-Fi at gym, at least you know you're going to be able to do your workout still, so that's really good. So as I just mentioned, you are able to record your stats as you go along with each movement, which I have not been doing, and I've been saying for the last probably like 6 months, I really need to record down what I'm lifting so I know that I'm progressing. And this is such a good and easy way of actually keeping track of exactly what you're lifting. You are able to, as you go along, You can fill in the reps that you've done and the weight that you've used. So that is there a sort of visual progress for you to look back, reflect, see what you're doing, seeing how you're progressing, seeing all that kind of thing in the app. So you can do that for each movement. So for my deadlifts, barbell squats, everything, I've got a track in the app of what I've lifted, how many reps. If you fill out something and it's the heaviest that you've lifted, it will know that it's your personal best, and it kind of comes up with a little banner, like kind of little thing that says PB, and this just enables you to track your progress, which is obviously a really good thing if you're trying to improve your fitness journey, because you can't improve if you don't know what you're lifting, the reps and things like that. So I think that's exactly why I wanted an app like Evolve You to be a little bit more accountable. And I think that just another really positive thing is that I'm going into the gym with a plan, and that's so important, and I've not been doing that basically just because I like the gym and I was sort of freestyling, which was fine, but I don't think in order to really see results in my body, like I wanted to see how well I could progress. I wasn't able to do that without structure. So that's really good if you're just looking for a structure. Whatever level of fitness you are, like if you're a beginner, this is so good. If you're advanced like me, again, it's still really good. Yeah, you could write this down and you could work out your workouts yourself. But I like the fact that this is a program. It keeps me accountable. I'm going in with focus. I'm not just like, so what am I going to do today? It's in a diary, I'm a workout planner. Also, I'm going in and I know exactly what I'm doing. There's alternatives, as I mentioned. So that is only a good thing in my opinion. Annoyingly, I didn't do any like before and after shots of before I started. I was pretty toned, but I feel like my upper body is absolutely on fire at the minute. I'm not really sure if you can see. My upper body is just like popping. I've been really strong in my upper body and my lower body. Like, I think for me, upper body, I was really struggling with knowing what to do. Just suddenly, every time I did an upper body session, I was like, I'm not really feeling it. The upper body sessions in the Redefined program are on fire, and I feel really, really toned. Even now, look at my shoulders. I haven't done a workout. My shoulders are so toned and like they've got a really nice shape. I've always had pretty good shape in my arms, but lately even though I'm just like chilling right now and my arms are in really good shape. So I feel really positive, I feel really confident, and I feel as though I'm seeing the results of having a structured program after 8 weeks. The thing that I think is really good about the app too is that even as an advanced gym goer, it's actually pushed me to try new things. Like you can be going to the gym for 10 years and there's still something that you haven't tried in the gym. So having this app has actually pushed me to try new things, which that's what I love about the gym and working out, is that you can be doing it for this long and there's still something that, oh, actually I haven't tried that. And you could love it and it could be your new favourite exercise. Do you know what I mean? Like, so for example, I'd never used a trap bar for deadlifts until I downloaded the Evolve You app. I'd seen loads of other people using it, but I was like, that looks really scary. I don't know why. See, even as someone that's been going to the gym for years, you can still see something that intimidates you and feels a little bit out of your comfort zone. But one day in the app, it was one of the exercises and I was like, oh my God, yeah, it gave me the empowerment to pick the trap bar up and deadlift it. And I felt like such a badass. It was so good. The trap bar, I don't know if this is the same for everyone else, but the trap bar in itself is 35 kilograms just for the bar. So they are heavy things to lift about. Yeah, even as an advanced gym goer, it's pushed me out of my comfort zone to try new things. It's also made me do different things, which I have done in the past, because obviously I've been doing gym workouts for so long. There is a lot that I've tried, moves that I think, okay, yeah, I haven't used this machine for ages, and it just kind of sparked a little bit of joy back into my training journey, which I think is always going to be a good thing, isn't it? And plus the fact that I feel as though it's really shaped my upper body and my lower body is all a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some more like midline to negative things about the app that I have found. There's not loads, because overall I actually really like it, and I'm definitely going to just keep using it since I've signed up for a year and see even what more it has to offer, see how much more I can progress. But I would say that it took me a little bit of time to get the hang of the app. And I don't know if that's because I've never used any apps. You know, I've seen like Whitney's got an app. I've never used a program or an app before. So it did take me a little bit of time to get used to. So something that I don't know if I can say is a con, but it's not the greatest, is that say today I have got the barbell squats as my first exercise. I press start, the little video will be doing squats, but it's not in real time, which, yeah, that is a good thing, because obviously you're going to be at a different pace to maybe the video demonstration. But so you still have to count your reps in. So it's a drop set. So the first one is 10. So although the video is going, it doesn't then stop after she's done 10, which is both a good and a bad thing, because say there's like a superset, so 2 exercises back to back of one another, and you just want to go straight into it. You have to kind of stop and press the down button to start. It will either start a rest. So if you're doing just one exercise, it will start you with a rest, or it will go into the next exercise straight away if it's like a superset, that kind of thing. So I think that's both a good and a bad thing, because sometimes I just think that it would be quite helpful if it kind of automatically went into the next thing. And say you wanted to stop it, I think it might be better if you pressed pause rather than you have to press start. Especially for the superset ones, I don't think it's that good. It doesn't automatically go into the next exercise. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. This was a superset of hip thrusts straight into kettlebell swings, and you might be able to see I stopped doing the hip thrusts and I have to click the down button on the app to go into the kettlebell swings. It doesn't do it automatically for you, and this can interrupt the flow of your exercise a little bit. I hope this makes sense from a visual. I actually think that the worst thing is that say you've done your 10 squats, you have to press the down arrow and that will give you a rest of say a minute. Then once that minute's rest is over, it doesn't automatically start you into the second rep. You have to actually press start the next exercise. So when I was new to it, I wasn't doing that, and I was I'd got all my sort of sets and reps wrong. So it does take a little bit of getting used to the way that it works. Once you know how it works, it's absolutely no problem. That first week was a bit of trial and error for me. I do just think that there could be a little bit of a smoother way somehow. I'm not sure what it would be for me to make it a little bit better. Even if I think I would prefer, once your rest is over, it goes into your next set, if that makes sense, rather than you having to press start. If you wanted longer rest, you could there should be like a button that you could press pause, give yourself a little bit of a longer rest, then press start. But generally, like say the minute's over, you just want to get into that should start. Like it should be a little bit smoother. That bit could be better. I'm not sure if that would work. I don't know if that would work. But I feel as though sometimes, even now, I've been using it for 8 weeks. Say if I haven't pressed start and I've just done my second set, it will still be thinking I'm in the rest. So I think that it could just, that bit could be a little bit easier. Sorry if that's a bit confusing. If you've not used the app, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But I think that is it's not always as smooth as it should be. A bit of a downside for me is that I do find that the warm-ups can be a little bit long-winded. I think that the warm-ups do go on for a little bit too long, because you do 2 rounds of the warm-ups. But maybe like if you just did one more exercise and 1 round, it would be a lot quicker, especially if you're a busy person, if you're working, if you're a mum, that kind of thing, or if you just want to get into your workout. I know that warm-ups are really, really important for, getting your body prepared for exercise, but sometimes I do feel like the warm-ups can be a little bit drawn out personally, especially if time is an issue for you. Bear that in mind. And I think that even I have seen Chrissy say on Instagram that she can obviously see what people do. I think a lot of people do skip the warm-up. Could just be because they are quite long. You probably need to set aside between 5 and 10 minutes to warm up, which if time is an issue, that's quite a long time, isn't it? So just bear that in mind. Also, you can just skip it, but I'm just giving you some kind of drawbacks to the app. Okay, another thing that I think could be better about the app is that in your weekly planner, there's no facility at the minute that I can see to add workouts that are outside the app to your weekly planner. Walking, for example, say you do your steps. I mean, I don't have like a fitness watch or anything. If you're really into your steps, it would be quite cool if you could add that to the app. Also, I sometimes do the Les Mills body combat classes. It'd be quite cool if I could add that as just my weekly planner. I know that it's not part of the Evolve You app, but that would just add a little bit of variety to it, especially because I think that you're not just going to be doing things that are part of the Evolve You app, especially like walking, things like that, getting your steps in, physical activity outside the app it's a shame that you can't just add a little bit of information. Another bit of a downside to the app that I found, since I've now, I'm at the end of this program, and now to begin with, they were 3 workouts a week, and now it's 4 workouts a week. So it's split at the moment. I've got upper body A, upper body B, lower body A, lower body B. And the way that it did it one week was that I couldn't move. I wanted lower body B into another week, but I couldn't drag it from my Monday to the week that I was in. So one week I only did 3, and then another week there was quite a lot, and I wanted that part of I wanted lower body B into another week, and it wasn't letting me do that somehow. So it didn't let me add that, and I couldn't search for it in my workout. So that was a bit of a bummer. So one week I wanted to just do the 4, and it didn't let me. I'm not sure why. It wouldn't let me drag that from the week it was in to the week I was in. Again, if that makes sense. It's kind of a bit niche. If you don't know the app, I'll try and like put cutaways of what I'm talking about. The last drawback that I can find to the app is that your stats can sometimes be hard to find. And I'm not talking about the stats. When you're doing an exercise, it's quite easy to find your history for that exercise. But when you're not in say you've not got a workout one day, I was actually trying to tell my husband what I'd lifted, and I couldn't even remember. I was like, was it 100? I was talking about my leg press. I was like, did I get 120 or was it 130? I think it was 130, and I wanted to look back on what I'd logged. And sometimes I find it quite tricky to actually, when you're not in the workout, find your history. You have to swipe over on the exercise, and it's not always that easy to find your workout history. I think there should be like a page for all your progress. I think that'd be really cool. I think that'd be a really good feature of the app, and that would just keep you so accountable as well. That'd be really good. So at the minute, it's not that easy to find all your stats and your workout history and what you've logged, that sort of thing. I think that'd be really cool. If you could have that as part of like a bit of a profile, that would be really good. But they don't have that facility yet, I don't think. So that's a bit annoying sometimes. If you want to find your history, it's a bit of a ball ache to find it. Personally, I find. Other people might not, but that's just sort of my opinion. But overall, I really, really enjoy the Evolve You app. There are other aspects to it, like there's nutrition and things like that. I'm kind of just reviewed it as someone who needed a program to get into the gym, get my focus and get a little bit of direction where I wanted to go. It's been really, really good for me, and I think that the results are showing in my body. I'm really confident. So my overall opinion of the Evolve You app, that it's definitely worth getting, especially when there are offers on, which there seem to be quite a lot. And personally, I just think that it is more beneficial to get it for a year. Like when you break down the cost of it, it's much better to just get it for a year, and it's going to keep you really accountable. I think that when you leave the app, all your stats, it kind of locks you out, which is another like negative thing. I have seen, I think I've Googled it or something. So you don't have all your progress, which is a bit of a shame. That could be better as well. But obviously I haven't left the app yet. I have also got a referral link down below with a discount for the yearly subscription. So if my review has made you think, yes, you want to try the Evolve You app, then feel free to use that link down below. I'm not working with Evolve You or anything like that, but I just thought I would mention that there is a link down below for you to use. And I hope you found this video really useful. Let me know if you've got any questions down below, any comments. Have you used the Evolve You app? Has it made you want to try it? Sorry, it's quite a long video, but I wanted to get through everything in a lot of detail for you. And as I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.